What's up, flock? What is up, New Jersey? It's your gal Sal from NJ Radar, back on the mic for Jersey Talent Tuesday, where we spotlight New Jersey artists across all genres. Today, we are streaming from the 130 shop in Tenafly. It's the same owners as the 130 Club and the 130 Social Club in Tenafly, and the food is absolutely wild. I cannot wait to get into the food review portion, but I just want to give them a huge thank you and a huge shout out for sponsoring this segment. Speaking of this week, we are tackling the rock, metal, and alternative scene, admittedly my favorite, and letting you know some events going on May 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, so you have no excuse to say there's nothing to do in Jersey. The set list will be in the description, as well as timestamps for North Jersey events, South and Central events, and also the food review. Let me stop my yapping so we can jam. Up first, we got Sever by Maximus NJ.
Once it rained, this chosen one has left me to ruin. On a board to rise, my born and shine. There's a glimpse of hope that a better me is just me. Not better me. Not better me.
That was Sever by Maximus NJ. Up next, we got Rust by Ultraviolet.
Why
was Rust by Ultraviolet. Up next, we got Daydreaming, the alternate mix by Reality Suite.
Tells me this may leave with proof. Am I daydreaming? But I got a lot to lose. Hottest shower, holiest water. Couldn't wash these sins away. If you keep a secret, I can keep a secret. If you keep a secret, give it all away without a regret. Neon night, yeah, inside. Nothing compares to you. Neon night, reckless heart. I just wanna live while I'm alive. I just wanna burn on neon night. Kiss on my head, so my innocence, champagne and latex. I'm feeling the playlist, hottest shower, holiest water. If you keep a secret, I can keep a secret. If you keep a secret, give it all away without a regret. Neon night, yeah, inside. Nothing compares to you. Neon night, reckless heart. I just wanna live while I'm alive. I just wanna burn on neon night. Neon night, yeah, inside. Nothing compares to you. Neon night, reckless heart. I just wanna burn on neon night. Neon night, yeah, inside. Nothing compares to you. Nothing. Neon night, reckless heart. I just wanna live while I'm alive. I just wanna burn on neon
What an epic outro. Up next, we got Crush by K Mars.
night.
was Crushed by K-Mars. What an awesome song. All right, let's get into North Jersey events because this week is going to be wild. All right, first up, we got Emo Night from the OG Brooklyn crew. That's going to be May 1st at the Williams Center in Rutherford, New Jersey at 8 p.m. I love the Williams Center. We're there all the time for their events. They always got something going on. So even if you can't make Emo Night, check out their website. They definitely got something else going on. And if not, they also got movies downstairs. So definitely check it out. We also got the Mother's Day Extravaganza. That's May 2nd at 10 a.m. at Wayne PAL in Wayne, New Jersey. We also got Teddy Bear Clinic and Touch a Truck. This is a really great event for kids. You know, they really love to see the fire trucks, touch all the trucks. I can't blame them. I used to love doing that too. That's going to be May 2nd at 10 a.m. at Morris County School of Tech in Denville, New Jersey. We also got the Chester Food Truck and Music Festival. I absolutely love this event. We go every single year. That's going to be May 2nd at 11 a.m. at the Municipal Fields in Chester, New Jersey. We also got the Spring Market, another one of my favorite events. That's going to be May 2nd at 11 a.m. at Horseshoe Lake Park in Succasunna. I don't know if it's Succasunna, but somebody let me know. We also got the Domino's Day Tournament. That's so cool. I've never been to a Domino's tournament before, but that's all I played growing up. That's going to be May 2nd at 4 p.m. at La Bodega in Jersey City. We also got La Cultura Carnival. It's a small business expo, very Caribbean themed. There's going to be amazing food. We love the Pink Table / Classic Clay Co. Amazing events. That's going to be on May 2nd at 2 p.m. at the Woodford Hall in Little Falls. We'll probably be there. I absolutely love their events. The vendors are all amazing. The vibe is so energetic. It's a great event. We also got the Art Walk. This Art Walk is going to be in Boonton, New Jersey on their main street. That's also going to be May 1st at 5 p.m. I also want to mention Boneyard Boutique is going to be having an artist trading card swap. So definitely go check them out. Even if you are not really an artist and you're just going to go for the scene, step inside their shop. It's absolutely beautiful. Literally the epitome of the word boutique. Also very great if you're a witchy person. All right. That's it for North Jersey. We obviously have more events on the website if you'd like to go check them out. That's njradar.com. Loads of events that weekend. And I also just want to give a quick shout out. There's going to be a play festival, I guess you could say, at Art House Productions. That's not going to be on a weekend, but I feel like it's such an important event and it happens every year. So if you can't make it this year, you always got next year, but I really encourage you to go out, support local playwrights. And yeah, let's get back to the music with For the Moment by Northville.
These memories I've been holding, they only shine for the moment. Now they're tearing apart at the seams. There was a piece of me still trapped where the sun hits your window, trying to rewrite a story you never told. But this is bigger than you and me.
That was For the Moment by North Vale. Up next, we got Breaking Tradition by Defy You. Once again, that was Breaking Tradition by Defy You. I love it. Super hardcore. Anyway, up next we got Can't Be Cruel by Civic Mimic. Was Can't Be Cruel by Civic Mimic. Up next, we got Dead Space by Slideway.
Treading the water, reflections make me feel smaller. I'm scared to death.
Once again, that was Dead Space by Slideways. They're from Asbury Park, I believe. And we found out about them after going to Flemington Do It Yourself to do some promotion for Garden State Art Weekend. I hope you went. I hope you enjoyed that. We had a great time. And yeah, that's how I found them. And they're pretty cool. They're still making music and everything. So let's get into the food. I think I had everything off the, no, not everything. Let me not be dramatic. We had the French dip sandwich. We had the 130 burger and their buttermilk chicken sandwich. Everything was phenomenal. I honestly, this is going to be real controversial. I think this is the best burger I've ever had. I don't know if it's because of the Dijon or the way they did their onions. Like, it was just magical. It was magical. I highly suggest it. It's actually what they're most popular for, so it's always a great go-to. I'm a very picky person when it comes to my tater tots, but their tater tots were absolutely amazing. Mix it with the Dijon, okay? They give you ketchup. If you want to do ketchup, like, listen, live your life, but with the Dijon, that's another level. They also have their fries. Everyone has fries, you know, their signature. But honestly, I did love the fries, but I'm biased. I love fries. But the tater tots, if you're going to pick one, I say choose the tater tots. They were so good. Best tater tots I've ever had. Then we had the French dip sandwich. Honestly, I have never had a better French dip sandwich, especially if you put some like Dijon in there. Oh, it was so amazing. So I had half, Victor had half. If he didn't have the other half, I would have ate all of it. Really good. Has a little bit of a kick to it, but I am not a girl that can handle spice or anything spicy or anything with a kick. So even if you're not into it, I highly encourage you to try it. I'm positive you'll be able to handle it like I was able to handle it. I can't handle anything. So if I can do it, you can do it. What I really like about them too is their sodas, right? So I had the cucumber soda. Victor had the hibiscus. I didn't try the hibiscus. I only tried the cucumber, but this was phenomenal. It felt like cucumber water, but carbonated. Absolutely amazing. And it's only 45 calories. Okay, the sugars are like 7 grams, which is great for me, you know, pre-diabetic gal Sal. And I had a great time, honestly. Oh, and I gotta say, okay, if you're like, you know, Sal, I can't really eat here, you know, maybe it's out of your budget, or maybe you were just like a pretty penny saver, that's totally okay. I understand. At least come for the ice cream, okay? It's marshmallow flavored, but it's just so good. I don't think I can ever have vanilla bean again without wanting this ice cream. Phenomenal. And it was a little treat. They surprised us with it. So it was really good. Victor, do you have anything you want to say? He said no. So that must mean it's good, because he would only say something if it's bad. All right. That was our food review. Definitely check it out. If you've been to this place, let us know. I want to hear what you think. I want to know what you had, because they have meatballs. I didn't get to try the meatballs. And they had a caprese as well, so I didn't get to try that either. Let me know if you've had it. Definitely worth the stop, especially since it's so hard to get a reservation at the 130 Club. So if you can't make that reservation, you can come here and you'll get just as good quality food. All right. Up next is an artist I found on TikTok, and he's from New Jersey. Okay, he's called Doc Emmett, and this song is called Drifter.
Drifted home late
That was Drifter by Doc Emmett. Up next, we got Peace by Zaki Ali. That was sick. I was just making fun of Victor because he ate all his food. Up next, we got Rain by Nunu. beautiful song. I know it's a little different than the rest of our stuff we got going on here, but I just felt like a little bit of like a alternative sound would be cool. All right, let's get into the Central and South Jersey events. Y'all are stacked. Normally, I have to like really find events, but there are so many, I could only pick a few. So sorry, but I picked some good ones. All right. First up, we got the Mushroom Festival. What? It's their third year. That's really cool. That's going to be May 2nd at 9:30 a.m. at the Asbury Park Community Center in Asbury Park, New Jersey. Then we got Made in Monmouth. That's going to be May 2nd, 10 a.m. at the Brookdale Community College in Lincroft. I really want to get that one going. I want to go. I want to see what that's all about because I love Monmouth County. I wish I lived there. We also got the Beltane Bazaar. That's going to be May 2nd. That's for all my witchy friends. You know what's up. That's going to be at 12 p.m. It's probably going to go until like 7 p.m., maybe even later, at 3BR Distillery in Keyport, New Jersey. We also got Vegan in New Jersey. I love this event because it's like monthly. So if you can't make the last one or the next one, you can always make this one. That's going to be May 2nd at 12 p.m. at the American Legion Post 346 in Neptune, New Jersey. I really want to go. I always dream of being vegan. And then, yeah, I have a burger. But listen, one day it's going to happen. I'm sure of it. Up next, we got Monmouth County Day. So that's different than Made in Monmouth. Completely different vibe. That's going to be May 3rd at 1 p.m. at Shore Town Ballpark in Lakewood, New Jersey. It's May. I'm sure it's going to be a lovely day, so I love that it's outside. Also, we got Pour Into Her, a Mother's Day candle experience. I love this. Grab your mama, do a craft. It's really the most bonding experience you can have. That's going to be May 3rd at 3 p.m. at New Market Shops in Metuchen. I did not know that's how you say it. I've been saying Metuchen, but apparently it's Metuchen. Good to know. Up next, we got Green Fair at the Hunterdon County Community Market. I love that market. They always have like different themes going on. I think last year they had like Tomato Day or something. Love it. So this theme is going to be green. It's, celebrating Mother Earth, celebrating nature, things that come out of the ground. It's going to be a vibe. That's going to be May 3rd at 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. So it's a small amount of time, okay? So you've got to make sure you get there on time. That's going to be at 111 Mine Street in Flemington, New Jersey. We were just at Flemington. I mean, we go there a lot, honestly, at this point, and I'm absolutely obsessed with Flemington. I would love to move there. Anyway, I'm going to stop yapping. Up next, we got I Like to Think You Know I Love You by Won't Say Rabbit.
I like to think you know I love you. I like to think you know it's true. I like to think you know I love you. I like to think you know I do. Because it's true. You know it's true. You know I do. I do love you. I like to think you know I love you. I like to think you know it's true. I like to think you know I love you. I like to think you know I do. Because it's true. You know it's true. You know I do. I do love you. When you're unhappy, you know I'm unhappy too.
That was I Like to Think You Know I Love You by Won't Say Rabbit. Up next, we got Back in the Saddle by Buffout.
You stole my words. Open my mouth, stuffed it on the curb. Left with fractures, fill me with cement. I'm not a victim, redirected what was said. Life's not perfect, look past the surface. You were always meant for greater things. You can't always stay on top. Batteries dead in the clutch. Time won't face. No matter how far you run away. Down there's its ugly head. Back in your life, move along. Looking for a fall tonight. Need I say it more? You hit me when you close the door. Pushing is the hardest part. Never down the right course. You can't always stay on top. Batteries dead in the clutch. Time won't face. No matter how far you run away. Down wears its ugly head. Pack up your life, move along. Looking for a broad tonight.
That was Back in the Saddle by Buffout. Up next, we got Faster Gun by Rain.
Let's go last. As far as it goes. That thing we know. Whole township lost. But maybe it's right. Maybe I know. I'm in the bed. Hammer
That was Faster Gun by Runs. Up next, we got Pity Me by Just 6 Hours.
Let's rewind, let's go to the start. Wanna see how many times you can play with your heart. Let's see how things go from here. Do you trust me enough to push your head right over your ear? I just wanna use you in the worst possible way. There's nothing left in this world for me. Baby, please come over and be me. Come right here, there's a seat next to me. Take a good look, yeah, you will see everything you want a woman, that's what I am. And if you think otherwise, well, I give a damn. I just wanna use you in the worst possible way. There's nothing left in this world to me. Baby, please come over and pity me. Just wanna use you in the worst possible way. There's nothing left in this world for me. So baby, please come over and pity me. 'Cause I know I haven't been the same lately. And quite frankly, I don't think I'll ever change. So come right here, you know what to do.
Thank you for rocking out with us today on our segment Jersey Talent Tuesday. We go live every Tuesday at 9 a.m. on Radio Garden State if you want to catch us live. If not, we put all our replays on YouTube. And don't forget, if you're looking for information on any of the events that we said today, they're on our website, njradar.com. I'll see you next week.